Not only do these guys give you the best Jazz coverage in the market, they've got you covered with the Mammoth, the Cougars, the Utes, and the Aggies. This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Ben, they're seeing a report that Steve Smith Sr. is about to become a bigger part of ESPN's daily NFL lineup. I actually love Steve Smith Sr. on TV.
This is from ESPN.
Uh-huh. He's really good on TV.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, this is exactly what we talked about last week, though, with Cam Newton getting fired. It's like the problem is there are 3,000 players in the NFL. There's not that many players in the NFL. There's 1,500 players in the NFL at any given time.
Uh-huh.
There's always somebody willing to step up and replace Cam Newton.
Who can be good.
Who can be good or do it for
Sometimes
less
even
or
bad. Yeah.
whatever you need. There's enough bodies that can step up and just do it a little differently and doesn't have to wear a top hat on TV the way Cam Newton thought he had to.
I'm just surprised he hasn't gotten more. I know he was with NFL TV. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a little bit bigger stage because he does have a personality, and he's a smart guy. I mean, you talk to him for I interviewed him at Ronnie Mack's golf tournament. You talk to him for 10 minutes, and you're like, okay, this is a smart dude. Now, his relationship choices, not always the best.
Not up to me.
But as an NFL analyst, you know what? Give me an ex-player who is just willing to say something. Because so many ex-players just won't. And it's worse for ex-coaches than it is ex-players. But most of them just won't say anything or say anything interesting or are worried about relationships and stuff. Say what you will about our guy Ken Perkins. I think his analysis isn't always the strongest. But usually he has something to say.
He will talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think Steve Smith is better than Ken by a long ways. But anyway, there you go. Good move by ESPN. And yes, probably less expensive than Cam, I would guess. And minus the top hat, yeah. Cam, you can grow up a little bit.
You look like the Mad Hatter.
I'm a hat guy. I also kind of like to dress loud sometimes. I get the impulse. But you're on TV every day or every other day or whatever it is. Like, you don't need to do that every time.
Every time.
But I guess that was his thing as a player. So, again, don't get famous wearing makeup. Because then you're stuck wearing like a top hat and looking like an idiot for the rest of your life.
Yep. I have to wear these huge glasses for some reason.
Draymond Green signed a $28 million one-year contract with the Golden State Warriors, Ben. I saw this floating around the Talk Snap, and I'm curious to your reaction to Draymond's hot take. Now, this is 2 years old. But he's doing a podcast. Is it that Jeff Teague podcast? And he's giving his take on Jalen Brunson's contract. Here you go.
Afford it. You ain't got to take no discount.
Of course.
For them to get paid, you ain't got to. My situation is different because Steph making 270, Klay making 180.
Yeah.
All right, something got to give. Cool, I can take a little. I can take less. But he the top guy.
Yes, sir.
Sure. By the way, let Josh Hart or somebody else take less. Like, they in my role, right? Let one of them take less. But guess what? Steph Curry ain't take a penny less.
I feel that.
And neither did Klay Thompson ain't take a penny less.
Rightfully so.
If it's going to work, somebody do. Well, guess what? I ain't really expecting them to take less.
Yeah, they should.
I don't know what he doing. I'm happy for him.
He still got the max, though.
The max extension.
Yeah.
He didn't get the max. That's $100 million.
Thoughts? I certainly have some, but I'm curious.
Let's hear it. No, I'm curious.
Kind of funny that he's teammates with greedy guys that didn't take less. But I do think Draymond is missing the point a little bit. Josh Hart doesn't take less because he can go make more money somewhere else. The max guy has to take less because it's the max guy that makes the max salary.
Correct.
So that's the difference there. Draymond, if you took discounts because they were telling you that Steph and Klay made too much money, that's a you problem. Because you're not the one who should take a discount. The role player is not the one who should take a discount.
Correct.
No, like when Harry Barnes left Golden State for Dallas and took a huge contract, that is 1,000% what he should have done.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is, and I know he didn't win any more titles, or maybe he doesn't have the glory or the Hall of Fame or whatever, but you know what he's got? enough money to support his family in perpetuity, you would hope. That was the correct decision.
Right.
If you are a role player on a title team that another team is going to overpay you because you were a role player on the title team, guess what you do? You take it.
Yeah.
You take it.
Yep.
You don't take less. Don't take a haircut because the star player decided to max out. Dude, go make yours. That's a you problem. The star player is the one that should be taking a haircut because they're the max. They can't make any more anywhere else. They can make this much with one team and one team only. So I know people get caught up in the altruism of that. But frankly, that decision Jalen Brunson made to leave $100 million on the table sent him, and he was already comfortable. He was not Harrison Barnes. He already had a big deal. But it sent him into the legendary stratosphere. He's now going to be the most famous Knick of all time, possibly. And it's the Knicks and whatever. It's all because he did not take as much as he could under the current rules. And guess what? I bet he made up plenty or will make up plenty on the back end.
He's going to get it on the back end.
It was still a financial decision. If I'm a legend in New York City, Tiki Barber was an average player. I mean, maybe a little above average. Wins a Super Bowl in New York. Dude is on like Good Morning America.
Correct. Winning there matters more than winning somewhere else.
He has horrible behavior behind the scenes, by the way. And I don't know. He's probably not on TV anymore, but he was on TV for a really long time. Yeah. That was a great decision by Jalen Brunson. It was.
Yes, absolutely.
It made him more money in the end. So I think Draymond Green's wrong about all that. And you know what? If he did not take an offer from the Rockets or something because he believed in the Warriors or sacrifice or whatever, then you're a dum-dum.
I agree with you. I think in the long run, you can probably, in the right city, make up the money by putting yourself in a place to win and becoming a legend and that being beneficial. The funny one for me is Wemby take $5 million less?
Yeah, that where it's not even, it doesn't even matter.
It's not going to matter because Dylan Harper or Steph Castle is just going to suck up that $5 million and not change anything. The discount you took does not allow Mikal Bridges to join your team, which is what happened with Jalen Brunson not taking it, or it allows Josh Hart to come join your team, like difference makers.
You can have a whole nother player.
Another real player.
Yep.
What Wemby did doesn't change anything. It's like you're losing your house because you don't make enough money. And you'd be like, well, I'm going to drop from like the top tier of Disney Plus to the one that has ads. And it goes from $28 to $21. Like, that's not the reason you're losing your house.
And it's the rookie extension, so you're even more right.
So that is a funny thing that I know Wemby is being smart about, like getting he's going to get a lot of pats on the back for, being like, wow, unselfish, altruistic, to use your word. And it's not going to, I don't think it's going to change anything for him. But yes, I'm with you that Draymond getting bullied by Steph and Clay to take less money so they can get the max is really funny.
It's hilarious. And you know what?
Draymond, you should take less because we're each getting $270. I don't know what to
and
tell
we're
you.
better than you.
And we're better than you are.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
So, and you know what? Actually, probably smart for Draymond.
Yeah.
Because Draymond goes and plays for a losing team, which he's probably on. He's not on one of the greatest teams of all time. If he's not playing next to Steph or Clay, he probably loses money in the long run.
But he basically signed a max contract too, so don't
absolutely.
don't boo-hoo for Draymond either.
No, nor did he take some huge haircut.
If he made a sacrifice, he is more than making up for it now because he is not worth $28 million.
Correct. They are making good on Draymond, whatever quote-unquote discounts he got.
Yeah, I'd say.
By the way, Jalen Brunson, I would imagine will too. Now, it would be very funny if Dolan was just like, oh, no, Jalen, no,
let him go.
We don't need you.
Trade him.
What do you mean? This is your contract offer. This is as much as you're going to get. We're not going to make you whole for taking a pay cut so we could win a title. Dolan can say, I got my title, I got my trophy, I got my ring. That's all I cared about. Why would I pay you more?
It would be the funniest thing ever.
It is a business.
That'd be the most Dolan thing ever.
But, why
that title was about me,
Why did the
you.
Wizards just give Trae Young a max contract? Because they agreed to it 6 months ago before everything changed for them. And that was stupid of them, but that is how the business works, unfortunately.
I think it's because their owner loves peyote. I mean, why did the Wizards do anything? I do.
I
think he goes.
Forgotten they traded for DeAndre Ayton.
Why?
Why did you
No,
get
he goes
DeAndre
out.
Ayton?
He goes out into the middle of the Shenandoah Valley and smokes a bunch of peyote, and then comes back and says, "Guess what, everyone? We're trading for Trae Young, and we're going to max him out."
I had an idea.
I had a vision.
I had a vision.
I had a vision out there in the valley, and now this is what we're doing.
There's two names I like: Trae Young and DeAndre Ayton. I think they're going to get us back to where we want to go.
Let's do it.
And we're going to pay him. Okay.
But Ted, I don't know if that's really it.
Yeah.
The vision spoke to me. Make it so.
Was Draymond talking to Jeff Teague? Is that who he was talking to in that?
Uh-huh.
Jeff Teague is one of the funnier podcasters, but has a very real NBA approach, which, like, my favorite clip of his that, like, I always use as, like, a baseline to remind myself. He asks a bunch of other NBA players, he's like, would you rather get a max contract or win a title? And he's like, it's max contract. Like, to your point, Harrison Barnes made the right decision leaving Golden State to go get as much money as he possibly could. Sure, he could have had a fancy piece of jewelry on his finger if he took $2 million to stay in Golden State, but he went and got 20 or 15 or whatever it was to go play in Dallas. He got paid. He can take care of his family for the rest of his life, and probably their kids. And yeah, he doesn't have the ring. I don't think he ever...
He got one.
Did he end up getting a ring?
He signed the big deal after their first title.
That's right. He got his one. But regardless, like...
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, that's why the guys want the contract.
No, the ring thing is dumb. I've said this for a long time. We're too focused on the rings when evaluating players and decisions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? People clown Karl Malone too much for not winning a ring. Was Harrison Barnes ever for 1 second a better player than Karl Malone?
Well,
no, but Harrison Barnes has a ring.
This goes back to my favorite debate.
We put too much emphasis on
Who's the best Knick of all time? I say Jalen Brunson, and you say Patrick Ewing. Well, Jalen Brunson has one ring. Patrick Ewing has absolutely everything else you can get as a basketball player. Patrick Ewing was awesome. Awesome player. The one thing he didn't do was win the finals.
Right.
He didn't beat Hakeem in the finals. I think that was who they played. Maybe they played the Spurs one time, too. I think he made two finals.
Yeah.
And I think they lost one in the mid-'90s. Maybe they didn't. I can't remember now.
I think they only lost...
Because the Magic lost one to Hakeem. I can't remember the Knicks lost one also.
The Knicks were the other one that lost to Hakeem.
So Hakeem was on that. Or,
it was
so
the,
Pat
it was
Ewing
the
was on
Knicks
that
team that was like an 8 seed and somehow made it to the finals.
Allen Houston, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera. Regardless, neither here nor there. Like, Patrick Ewing, probably a much better player than Jalen Brunson. But to your point, you win a title and you become the most beloved, and then we elevate you to being something special. Dan Marino, much better player than so many quarterbacks who did win a title.
Trent Dilfer.
Right. And now, look, no one's arguing Trent Dilfer is a better player, but like dinging Dan Marino his whole life for not winning.
Dan Marino's better than Nick Foles, I assure you.
Correct. Ewing, 7-foot, two-way player who was a great scorer and one of the great rebounders of all time. Better player than 6-foot tall Jalen Brunson. But Brunson wins the ring and
Gets the title.
and gets to lift that his whole life.
Draymond's been made $250 million in his career because he happened to be on the same team as Steph Curry.
Right.
And as we pointed out earlier, to his credit, smart enough to know his limitations and what the team needed from a role. Nobody wants Draymond's role. I'm sure he didn't come into the NBA wanting that role either. But you know what? He was smart enough to realize he was really good at it. It made him $1 zillion.
There's a fork in the road that two cars arrived at. One of them, Russell Westbrook was driving, and one of them, Draymond was driving. And Draymond took the right path.
Yeah.
Now, Russ also got all the money in the world, but Russ wanted the MVP trophy and said, I'll do everything I can to get the MVP trophy. And Draymond did say, I'm getting the money, but I can get the rings also. And Draymond is going to be remembered as a much better player than Russell Westbrook.
All right, stay tuned. We'll have more coming up next. It's the Jake and Ben Show, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Best thing that's ever happened to you financially. Go.
Easy. Sold my car on Carvana. Amazing offer.
Really? I hit 200 on a scratcher.
Did the scratcher come to your house and hand you a check?
No.
How many scratchers did you hit to get that? I hit a button on Carvana.com. once.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like the lottery, except you always win.
Not like the lottery at all, actually.
Exactly. Inexplicably good. Offers worth bragging about. Sell your car today on Carvana. Pickup fees may apply.